Game tonight featuring the Chicago Bulls as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. Well, we still have about half a season left, but here's where the power rankings stand as of today. You look at Cleveland. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And checking out Chicago, they're putting to rest any big concerns people may have had with this team, proving they are truly an upper echelon club.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The two towering figures inside for him, Towns and Gobert. The wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard. And for Chicago, Max Strus is out there with Boozer. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Rose. And it's Bogdanovich in at the two guard. We all love a good rivalry, and tonight, one we don't see very often. Being in different conferences, Clark, these teams don't see each other very much.
You know the saying is familiarity breeds contempt, but sometimes distance breeds contempt. When you don't get a chance to see a team on a regular basis, maybe you get a little more fired up when you do get a chance to send them home with an L.
Now here's Rose. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Rose in the post, covered by Conley. Wembanyama, no good. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And winning that game the way they did with the incredible fourth quarter comeback couldn't have left them feeling any better.
Yeah, it was definitely a gut check with W for them. I mean, they never gave up or gave in, even when things looked bad for them.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Conley, the pass to Towns. Back to Conley. McDaniels kicks to Conley. Now the pass to Gobert. 5 on the clock. Pass to Edwards from deep. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Didn't take Edwards long to get those 3 points back. Right back at you.
Clark, when you think of top rebounders today, Rudy Gobert is a name that comes to mind.
Yeah, he's super long and tall, but that's not just why he's such a dominant rebounder. He's got a real good knack for reading where balls are coming off, and the timing that he has is pretty impeccable too. And even though he's north of 7 feet tall, he does a good job boxing out as well.
And here are the Bulls now. Rose kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Boozer. A 3 from Strus. And Wembanyama throws it down.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Minnesota's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. At the top of the key, Gobert. Here's Edwards. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And it's Rose penetrating. Strus passes to Boozer. Rose with the ball. Conley picks him up. The shot's good.
The defense focused on Boozer's scoring ability, and he found an outlet with a great look there.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now here's Conley. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to McDaniels. Dishes to Edwards. Shot from the low block. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Bulls leading by 4. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. There's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
The steal, then right into the fast break. Towns with excellent awareness for his age. Very mature player despite being a young buck.
Hey, Greg, to touch on the Bulls for a moment, defense has been an emphasis for them.
It has, and they went through several years playing subpar D. and it cost them. They began to turn things around a couple seasons ago, and it has served them well.
We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter of the game. And the dunk by Rose.
A flash of that athleticism yet again. It's clear Rose enjoys getting up and punching it down.
So the Timberwolves called their first time out. Incredibly for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Clark, the 2004 playoffs are the only time they've won a series.
You know, Kevin, with Kevin Garnett, they had a few 50-win teams and some excellent coaches. That just tells you, I think, how hard it is to win in this league.
Some changes for Chicago. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Bogdanovich comes in for Boozer. And it's Gordon in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Monte Morris subbed in for Mike Conley. Now here's Anderson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Now Rose. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Yeah, it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Passes it to Towns. They need this. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Length, size, touch. That's how Towns just dominates you inside.
Rose against Morris. Rose looking around. Takes it off the glass. Rose has got 8 points.
You know, you can't let Rose get this close because when you do, he's going to cook you.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. The shot comes out. What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Chicago Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Chicago?
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
We've got Gordon, Bogdanovich out there with Carter. Then it's Max Strus, and it's Dosunmu in at the point guard. That's the Bulls' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now, here's Bogdanovich. 9 points last game. Gordon for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
Yeah, this is really tight. I mean, it's splitting hairs when you talk about these teams. You get the feeling if they played 10 games, each side would win 5. Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
With the drive, Bogdanovich wide open. Nailed from three-point land. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket of the night. Now, here is Morris. He's tightly guarded. They set the pick. And there's the pass to Alexander Walker. Just 4 to shoot. Over Bogdanovich. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Bulls leading by 7. Gordon kicks to Bogdanovich. Pass to Dosunmu. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. It's Strus on the wing. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. That's a 2 from Gordon. Pass to Carter. Now here's Dosunmu. Tries again, and the layup is up and in. Dosumu's got the lead up to 9 now for Chicago.
Easy look provided by Wendell Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can share the rock.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Well, LeBron, Curry, and KD, Kevin Durant, are still great players. We know that part. But as they age, who do you think is now the face of the NBA?
Well, it's hard not to talk about Giannis in that regard. I mean, his overall game is spectacular. His personality is terrific. Jokic is in the category, but I would think it would be Giannis. I mean, if you made me pick one guy as the face of the league in totality, performance on the court, MVP level player, personality, disposition, all of the ingredients, I'm going Giannis.
Drummond's checked in for Chicago. Grant Williams comes in for Max Strus. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson. Daniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Monte Morris. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldrin.
Thank you, Kevin. The Timberwolves have gone Twin Towers with Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. Gobert says, I love playing with another dominant big because I've always thought that I could pass. I know that I can make guys around me better. Cat says we complement each other. He's a generational talent on defense, and I think I'm a generational talent on offense. Kevin, I'm a generational talent on sidelines.
You are indeed, and that's why you are in Springfield. No argument here, David. Thank you. After 2 consecutive first-round exits, Greg, the Timberwolves are looking to take that next step.
And with Anthony Edwards at the helm, I think they will soon. But you have to remember, he is only 22 years old. And when your star is that young, you typically have to endure some growing pains before breaking through.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Now here's Williams, following the miss by Michael Conley. There's the pass to Dosunmu. Outside, Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic with the screen. Drummond passes to Williams. Fires for 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Derrick Rose.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Bogdanovic comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Rose in for Dosunmu. Here's Towns. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Chicago called for the foul.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. Boozer, he's checked in for Chicago. And Towns drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Williams, a screen on Conley. Rose kicks to Bogdanovic. Pass to Wembanyama. And again, Chicago turns it over. There's 10 seconds left now here in the second. Conley surveying the D. Over Rose, and some nice defense there to end the quarter. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Bulls lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from United Center.
And let's hear it for your arena entertainment.
Defensively, they've been okay, but when it's close, the team that strings together stops at key moments usually prevails.
Okay, now we'll look at some of the players who could be a part of the dunk contest during All-Star break.
Now that it's crunch time,
And that's a halftime wrap.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. Towns and Gobert hold down the post for him. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. Now here's Edwards. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here is Edwards following the score by Derrick Rose. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Edwards. And Clark, what can you say about Anthony Edwards? Living up to that first overall hype, he has been spectacular.
Yeah, he has been, Kevin. I agree. Some were surprised he went first overall, but you look back at that draft, he was as good a #1 pick as any of them, and he's certainly proven to be worthy of that status.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Bulls. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
McDaniels finds Edwards for the lead. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Rose passes to Strus. From outside, off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
For the tie. And it's laid in by Edwards. Edwards got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Here's Rose. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Now here's Conley. Still scoreless. Towns sets the pick for Conley. Outside, Towns. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Rose kicks to Bogdanovich. Boozer a screen on Gobert. Bogdanovich passes to Rose. Shot clock at 5. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Towns in the corner. Jacks up a 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Boozer's got 5 rebounds tonight. Conley against Rose. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 4. Edwards with it. 9 points in the game so far. Outside, Towns. Drains it from beyond the arc. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
When you got a big guy like Towns that can hit from long range, I think it makes your whole team harder to defend.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 3rd assist on the night. Conley against Rose. Outside, Towns. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. It's Strus on the wing. Wembanyama finds Strus. Conley against Rose. And that one drops for him.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. Changes for Chicago. Carter, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Bogdanovich comes in for Carlos Boozer. And it's Dosunmu in for Derrick Rose. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Monte Morris subbed in for Mike Conley.
And their outside game has simply evaporated here in the second half. Not a lot of great looks from deep.
Pass to Dosunmu. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
First one falls for him.
Max Strus. 2 shots.
And so he hits both. Timberwolves trail by 9. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Here's Reid. No good with the triple.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
They get it again. The wide open shot from Strus. Hits the three-point bomb. Strus has got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls. Here's Morris. His first attempt of the game finds the target. Morris has got his first bucket of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Dosunmu is out there at Bogdanovich. Then it's Max Strus. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovich. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Simply overpowers defenders when met with contact. Wendell Carter Jr. is tough as they come.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Anderson outside. It's stolen by Carter. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Edwards defending. Carter with a screen on Morris. Dosunmu, the pass to Carter. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Dosunmu. Just 5 on the clock. A 3 from Strus. Reid with the block. Edwards looking it over. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Chicago calls timeout.
Here comes the T-shirts. Let's hear it, fans.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Williams comes in for Max Strus. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Dosunmu. Mike Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. We have to play like we're tied. They want their team to sustain that level of effort and see how it works out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Rose kicks to Gordon. No good on the three.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Here's Edwards. Rose with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on them.
Nobody near Williams. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots. Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Bogdanovich finds Gordon. On the wing, Williams. Rose against Conley. Good work defensively by Conley.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Anderson in the post, working on Rose. Passes it to Alexander Walker. There's a good screen. And the pass to Reed. Sinks the three-pointer.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Chicago leading by 13. Spins. The kick out to Williams. And the Bulls another three.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're behind by 16. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Derrick Rose.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Here is Rose. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Rose. Bogdanovich up top, defended by Towns. Timberwolves trail by 14. Outside Edwards. There's McDaniels. Offline with his three. And it's Rose with the ball for the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, they built a lead that simply can't be overcome at this point. So it would be a nice dub for the Bulls.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game one has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Derrick Rose.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Now Rose, after Bogdanovich missing on that last three-pointer. And Rose throws it down.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And here is Conley. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really